I really believe all men should have a wallet. Not just have your card in the side of your bag or just have you in your back pocket. Oh, well, I only have 2 cards. Well, then get a wallet for your 2 cards. Anything that you suggested, because I love you and you looking real right on that couch where you sitting with your legs up on the side with your nails all done up and your skin looking all... Oh, I got somewhere to be, and it ain't on this podcast, that's for sure.
The Bamboo Project Podcast starts in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Bamboo Project Podcast. I decided I want to become a billionaire, doing what I already love to do every day, and documenting my journey to get there. I figure I'll make all the mistakes so you don't have to. My name is DonivanGray, and this is how I will turn my life into a living. So first, I want to start off by giving a shout out to the Bamboo Project family. My goal is to see, is it really possible for someone like me to become a billionaire? Right now, that's the goal. And my plan to get there is creating 1,000 millionaires, including myself. We are currently streaming on all major streaming platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor. You name it, we on it. And if we not on it, we're about to be on it. For everyone listening to this podcast and not watching it, you can find us on YouTube at The Bamboo Project. We have over 350 videos on our channel. Dr. Sabi inspired cooking tutorials, we got that. Travel and lifestyle vlogs, got it. Makeup, got it. Hair growth, got it. Real estate, got it. Basketball, got it. It's everything us. We post something on our story pretty much every day, and you can find me on Instagram at DonivanGray, DonivanGray, and the phenomenal, beautiful, amazing girlfriend AnetaBurn, AnetaBurn. All right, so how many times have you been told to focus on one thing to be successful? Now, I'm gonna give you a second, let you think about it. Okay, I think I'm great at more than one thing. And that's why we have 6 different projects. All right. We have the food project. We have the music project. We have the clothing project. We have the fitness project. We have the sports project. And we have the Bamboo Project podcast, which you are listening to right now. This may be your first time here. And if it is, welcome to the family. But for everyone else, this is chapter 2, page 61 of this story. This podcast has 4 different segments. Okay. We have the life update, weekly update of my life from last week. We have episode playback. It's a recap that I gave of last week's episode and things I could have done better to make it a phenomenal episode. We have Donovan's questions. Okay, when I present you a question I had in the week, and then we have the topics of the day. All video and audio timestamps will be in the description box below. Today is May 18th, and we have started this podcast way earlier than we normally do. Shout out to the team at the Bamboo Project. Okay, we are currently shooting now at 11:39. This is a record. It has to be a record since I stopped being a bike messenger. All right, so something new we've been doing on the podcast is screen time. So, babe, you want to come on the podcast and show your phone so we could You want to come on the podcast?
No.
What's wrong with you coming on the podcast? It's because you're naked? Is that why you don't want to come on the podcast? Is that why you don't want to come on to show your naked body on the podcast?
Listen, this is about your screen time. I don't know how my screen time.
Listen, we're showing everybody's screen time. Listen, everybody's titties is out on here. Oh. My titties, your titties, everybody's titties about to be out on the podcast. Okay, now my screen time for last week. This sometimes, like I said, I want to see how I've been. I know for a fact that I've been struggling over the last couple of days. I can't figure out exactly why. Something has been going on over the last couple of days. I can't tell if it's my diet. I can't tell if it's a lifestyle change I've made. I can't tell if it's because I talk about what I want to do and that's why, or if it's something within me that's just not producing the way I feel like I should be. I can't figure out what it is. And what I've noticed is that I can kind of see a correlation between what I'm doing and how much screen time I have on my phone, right? So right now, my screen time for yesterday, was 4 hours and 2 minutes. Okay, it's kind of low. However, on Sunday it was 7 hours. Now, why is my screen time? I feel like it's always higher on Sundays. Here's my theory. I think when I play basketball and I come home, I'll be just sore. I don't want to move, and I just lay in the bed and be on my phone. That's what I think. And you weren't in the house, were you?
Sunday, fuck, I was. Maybe. I don't know. I'll be going somewhere.
In fact, you always be leaving me in the house by myself. I think Monday you went out, which is yesterday. So Sunday.
Pretty sure I was going on Sunday.
Yeah, I think so. We were doing.
Oh, yeah, I was sore.
Yeah. In fact, we both were sore that day. So, but overall, my screen time right now is the average is 4 hours and 24 minutes. So I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better. I'm curious, what did I do?
My average is 3:29.
For the last week?
For this week. For last week it was 6 hours and 6 minutes.
That was your average for the week? That's high. Yeah, my booth. Sunday I spent 4 hours and 8 minutes on YouTube. So that's like I said, it's kind of hard to use that as a metric, really. But the most important thing that I'm concerned about is Instagram. I want my Instagram to be low, and since I set a time limit for 2 hours, I've never hit it, which is kind of crazy to me. Right now I'm at 43 minutes on Sunday. Yesterday I was at 21 minutes all day yesterday. That's amazing. That is amazing. I am happy to say that Mark Zuckerberg is not getting me, as far as I know, because I know he has a bunch of other apps that be tracking me and shit. But with Instagram, I don't use Facebook. I deleted that. I deactivated it, so I don't really use it. But Facebook, Instagram, I mean, that one is the one I'm for sure about to be like trying to win that game. So right now I'm Instagram for 41 minutes today. All of yesterday I was on Instagram for 21 minutes. Now here's the thing about that too, right? The majority of yesterday I was editing, so there's that, and then I play Call of Duty. So does that count as being productive? Like, if I don't use Instagram but I replace it with 7 hours of Call of Duty, does that mean I was productive that day?
You play Call of Duty for 7 hours.
When you say 7 hours, what do you mean?
What I just asked you.
When you say 7, like, I don't understand the question.
60 minutes times 7.
60 minutes. I'm not good at math.
7 hours.
7 hours. I wouldn't say necessarily 7 hours. If I had to do the math,
More than 2?
I would say I played Call of Duty yesterday for like 7 hours. I would probably, if I had to guess, because I finished editing the video at about 3.
So 3 until I came home and played Call of Duty?
I'm gonna say honestly about 2, but then I also had to go and do the voiceover. So within that time, and then when you was home, I was playing. So, and then it's like in that time frame, I took an hour off to edit again to do the voiceover. So yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on that. That's my new vice is Call of Duty. So I got to figure out how much of it is too much, where I could kind of play enough of. I did it. Did we have anything yesterday? No, we didn't do nothing yesterday. Nah,
I was at home. I left in the morning. It was supposed to be a short trip. I didn't come back till like 9.
Yeah, I thought we was acting up in the house, but we wasn't. We didn't do nothing crazy in the house. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm working on that. Cause I just feel like I'm not producing and being as productive as I should be, and that's what I need to work on. I've been journaling, and I'm actually really proud of myself when it comes to journaling. My goal has been every day I wake up, right, before I do anything else, before I touch my phone, before I do anything at all, my first thing is to write in my journal. So my eyes still got crust in it. When you like a baby first open the eyes, I'm still like squinting, trying to see the time. I can't really see nothing, and then I just grab my notebook or my journal. I just start writing what I had a dream about, if I remember it, writing what my thoughts were at the time, writing about what happened the day before, what my plans are for that day, what's happening going forward in the week, just something to write. I think that helps me in the morning to not be on Instagram as much, because then I'll get up, and that's the other thing too. My plan, or my routine is to get up after I finish journaling, brush my teeth, and then do something else. Like, I cannot touch my phone at all. I can't touch it, nothing, until I journal, brush my teeth, and make sure the kitchen is clean. Those are my first things I make sure I try to do before I do anything else. And then I use my phone. And then I don't really be on it for that long, but then I might play Call of Duty. So not as much in the morning, but I definitely be doing it. And the last couple of days I have not been in the gym like I should be too. So I don't know, this last week had some ups and downs. I think it started off kind of rocky. It started off okay, then I had like 3 rocky days, and I had like 2 days where it kind of good. So one reason why I like to journal is because I can actually go back and read and go, okay, this is what was like fucking me up over the week. So now I can check and go, okay, I see a pattern, Donovan. Every time you eat croissants in the morning, you don't work. Every time you don't go to the gym, you decide to be on Instagram longer. Like, now I can actually see, those kind of things. So I'm working on it. And I actually, when I open up the journal, right, I think it's crazy because whenever I turn the pages, I'm like, damn, there's mad pages I wrote in here. Like, I be thinking I'm gonna turn the page like 3 times. I'm gonna get to where I'm like the new day, and it be mad pages. I think I've been journaling for honestly, it's almost been like 20 days.
Real?
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause I think I started on the 3rd. It's the 18th. So I'm just like, it's 15 days of writing. Some days have more than 1 page. So it's just like, that's a lot. And it's just crazy. I might go through that book really quickly. So that's gonna be kind of cool. Maybe I got some plans for that too. So, and I think, like I said before, the reason why my productivity hasn't been the way it should be is because of my diet. For sure. Definitely my diet. I've been eating, we used to eat electric food, and every time I think about it, I just be like heartbroken because my body has changed so much. Fam, listen to this. This is crazy. Yesterday, I was editing the basketball video, and I heard myself breathing on the basketball. I didn't even know what it was at first. I just heard this between each. I'm like, bruh, obviously I have corona, because there's no way. I think it's crazy we don't call corona, everybody calls it COVID. I think it's so crazy that the way I was breathing, you would think I was like 300-400 pounds. It just sounded so crazy, and I had to look it up. It was so bad. I had to Google, why does my breathing sound like this? And what they said was that, if you have too much weight or fat on your chest, it can labor your breathing. So again, my body's not the way it should be. It's filled out more, not necessarily with positive weight, but we're here. So, but one thing I want to kind of touch on, right, as far as what do you call a life update? I guess you call it life update. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. People who watch the podcast are familiar with one of my YouTubers that I like to watch, or used to like to watch, was Donivan, right? And I just think it's so crazy how they just been having a rough couple of months, man. They just been going through it. I don't know what changed. I think they just, how old is she now? She's 24.
She's 24.
So are you the same age? That's crazy. So she's 24 and he's 26, I think. And they got really popular on YouTube, made a lot of money, started traveling, doing a lot of videos, vlogs, things like that, pranks and challenges and whatever, right? And they are the main reason I got into YouTube, because I started seeing them and being like, damn, they have more subscribers than the Breakfast Club. They have more subscribers than Oprah and Wendy Williams on YouTube. This is back in the day. I'm just like, who are these people? And what do? They just make videos of what? Of them just pranking each other? I'm like, oh, this is crazy. So I'm like, damn, I really want to, get into this YouTube thing. I started studying it, learning about it, looking into it more, telling myself, okay, I'm going to do it. When I have this, when I have that, I'm going to start doing it. So recently, I don't know if I said it on the podcast or not. I feel like I did, but a while ago, after he got caught cheating the first time, right, I was like, I was thinking, he gotta have his own money. He gotta come up with a way to make his own money, because they're probably gonna leave him, and she is the breadwinner, or she is the main attraction of the channel, of the couple, right? So he started doing Twitch. I'm like, oh, that's great. He has some extra money coming in from Twitch. So I decided, let me jump on there. He plays Call of Duty, and I think he played 2K, but mostly Call of Duty. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch him play. So I'm watching him play, and it's getting late at night, right? Or maybe I was watching a recording. I mean, either recording or it was the actual live video. And I hear him talking to some girl on there. And I'm like, bro, why are you talking to this girl like this? Mind you, this is probably like in January or something. I'm like, he's flirting. Now, here's how I know a guy's flirting, right? It's the easiest way to know when a guy's flirting. For girls who don't know, or guys who want to tell if a guy's flirting with their girl or things like that. When a guy starts telling you what to do, that's him flirting. Flirting for men is, for the most part, trying to assert their dominance over you. Now, it doesn't mean that they're going to do it in a necessarily an aggressive way or an intimidating way, but it'll be little things depending on the kind of guy, which again makes it apparent as to the kind of male you may be talking to on how he does this. So some guys who want to tell you what to do will try and do it, but in a very agreeable, submissive way, like, yeah, you should you should go and buy a book. You need to buy books. It's good for you. Buy books, right? And mind you, they'll tell you to do this. They don't buy books. They don't read. Nobody talks to reads. But they just feel like if they tell you to do it, they have now put themselves in a superior position to you. So they do little things like this. It happens all the time, right? So I hear him doing this in a video from months ago, right? And I'm just like, why is he doing this? Why is he? It's clearly flirting. He's like, yo. Another line that guys like to use. Yo, it's past your bedtime. What you still doing up? You should be in bed right now. It's 12 o'clock. Well, you know you got to get up early in the morning. Nah, you go to bed first. Nah, I stay up because I'm a man. I'm a grown man. I don't go to bed. You go to bed first. Things like that, right? Yeah, I've probably heard that line all the time. It used to be very prevalent when I was a teenager, younger than that. I'm still kind of surprised to hear that line as an adult, especially from older people using it. It's weird. It's not weird. I just feel like you got to up your game. Like that. Leave those kind of games to the people in middle school. They don't know about the tricks yet. Let them do that. You should have a new line by now, right? So the reason I'm bringing this up is because yesterday, some people start breaking this story of how he has a bunch of videos on Twitch, I guess, like this, of him flirting with these girls, different girls that he talks to on there. And I'm just like, bro, what's going on? I'm like, it's so crazy because you watch people, I'm gonna say me, I watch YouTube, or you hope for whatever reason that it's not real. That is real, but then it always surprises you when you're like, damn, their whole relationship is fucked up. Whether it be all celebrities, it's a celebrity thing. I don't know why that is. I feel like, how would I put this? They want it to be real, and I don't know. Here's my theory on this, right? I don't think that people are equipped to see TV and know that it's fake. That's what I say, and I think even if you have the cognitive ability to say, okay, this what I'm watching is not a real show, I still think goes back to propaganda. I talked about this in the last 2 weeks. As long as you see it, if you see it and you intake it and internalize it, you have to even internalize. If you just take it in, it now becomes a part of who you are. So if you're thinking about like, oh, guys always cheat, if all you do is imagine this, right? Imagine this. Give you a perfect example. Hypothetical situation, obviously. Let's say that you are in your house, right? You never go outside. You never go outside, right? And all you have in front of you is a TV and a TV and your phone and your laptop, right? And every day on there, all I show you is men cheating on women. Every day, that's all I show you. Men cheating on women. It's on TV. It's on your phone. It's on the apps. It's on social media. That's all I show you. So we're doing a case study, right? And then every time I show it to you, I always say to you, this is fake. I say this video is fake, right? I can tell you that every single day. And I can say to you, listen, this video I'm about to show you is fake. Everything you see on social media is fake. Everything you see on TV is fake. Everything you see on your phone, fake. I can tell you that every single day. But if you was to watch that every day, at some point you would start to think, you would question your own self and be like, is this really fake? That's all I see. Everywhere I go, men are cheating on women. I know you told me it's fake, but is it really fake? And now apply that to what you see on TV, what you see on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you be on, right? And that's like, it's a weird thing because I see these couples on YouTube and I'm like, I know they're fake. I know they look happy. I know that this is not how people who are in love or people who are in a happy relationship actually act, right? But it's always like, damn, he was cheating? Damn, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, he's gay? Oh, that's crazy. What the heck? How did that happen? Oh my God, how did they break up? What was going on? I just think it's so crazy that happens. And I always like to bring them up because, like I said, there's like a timeline of me watching them and then kind of how it's happening now. I'm very curious to see how they go because I have said before, my theory is I think that, well, I'm gonna say my new theory. I think that she needs to get with somebody who is an entertainer, right? She needs a celebrity. I don't think she can have a regular guy because she's out there. She's very energetic. She comes across very energetic. She comes across somebody that needs to be seen. She needs to be a big personality. I don't think she can have somebody who's not that big. I think she needs an equivalent of her on there. She should be with Long Beach Griffey. I want to see De'Ara with Long Beach Griffey. That's what I want to see. Long Beach Griffey or somebody like I said, me personally, not them specifically, I think that her and somebody like DDG would be a good couple. Not necessarily him specifically, but somebody in that kind of space where they're known, they're single, they're a guy, they're big on some type of celebrity, their platform, whatever. I think that's who she needs in her life. Somebody like that, who's also still a man, who's preferably like 5'8". 5'8". I'm gonna say 5'8" to 6'1". 5'8", 6'1" is kind of big. I think she's like under 5 feet. So yeah. So I said I'm gonna just keep that. Oh, and my theory. Well, I mean, it's already out now. It just kind of sucks. I wonder if she's gay. I wonder if she's actually dating women, and she's been cheating this whole time with women, and he got caught because he likes to deal with women too. But nobody knows that when she's out with women that she be doing stuff with them. Nobody knows because it's like, oh, they're just female friends hanging out. And I wonder if that he's been hiding that secret. And the only reason that everything's out the bag because he got caught being stupid outside, and she hasn't got caught yet because, again, like I said, she's with women. So we're gonna I'm gonna see what happens with that in the future. I did not think that they would come into some more news this quickly. I thought it would be a year, maybe some longer time from now, but here we are. So, and speaking of social media, my sister has sent me a video, which is hilarious. It is hilarious. It's a guy. He is talking about how to act when you are, excuse me, when you go into a restaurant, not a restaurant, you go into a store, a high value store that sells a lot of high end products, right? And he said you don't want to walk in there with your head down. You don't want to walk in there acting like you don't belong in there. You want to go in there acting like you buy stuff from here all the time. So because of that, Melissa, my beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend who's sitting over there looking real scrumptious, eating her sticky cheese or her cheese sticks. And I'm telling you, after this podcast. So we decided, I think it's Melissa decided this. I feel like you decided this.
Yeah, I did.
Melissa decided this, that she wants to go to the Tesla store and walk around and let them know that we're going to buy a Tesla, right? Now, I always want to have a Tesla. I always wanted to get a Tesla, right? So we also decided that we are probably going to test drive it just so that we can be around the kind of things we want, manifesting. We want to manifest everything we can. And to manifest things, you have to be around. You have to be able to see it. I don't know why my nose is like acting weird. I feel like hair's touching my nose, but I can't tell. So we want to manifest it. We got to touch it. We got to feel it. We got to see it. We got to lick it. We got to taste it. We got to make sure that we know what it's like to be in that air of wealth. We got to touch the car. We're going to sit in it. And one thing I've been thinking about, right, is, well, I guess we're going to do this, I guess. I don't know how it's going to go. We can try and test drive it, I guess. So we're going to see how that goes. I've never been inside of a Tesla in my entire life, like ever. I've never sat in a Tesla. Nothing. My cousin has one. I've never been in one. I want to get one myself. I want to get the Model S. I believe it's called the P100D. It had ludicrous mode that goes like 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds, I think. I'm gonna double check that.
What do you need that for? You don't need that. You be sleeping.
You know why I need that? I'm gonna tell you why. I need that. 2 reasons. Well, they actually have a feature in the car that resembles an engine, because I don't know if you know, there's no engine in the car. Did you know that?
I feel like I did. I feel like the front is a trunk and the back is a trunk.
There's no back really. It's a battery underneath the car. It's like my bike.
No, but I'm saying like it's like 2 trunks, like the hood.
I don't think there's a trunk in the back, but it depends on which car you get. But I think the car that like Deere and Ken have, the Model S, is
that's the only Tesla I've ever seen.
Yeah. So then the other one is a trunk in the front and no trunk in the back. So because there's no engine, it don't have that rumbling sound that you feel when you get into the car. The one that makes your pussy wet, it don't have that, right? So that's why I want to get the ludicrous mode one, right? Because it has to reenact the pussy wet feeling. I got to make it wet by going that fast. And don't forget this. It also, I believe this, again, double check this. I think you can have them add that in the software where it creates the sound and the rumblings in the car. It vibrates as if there was an engine. So when I press on the gas, it's still gonna have that rumbling that gets the girls, the one that they be like, oh shit, that one. It's gonna have that one. So that coupled with ludicrous mode is why I'm getting the car. That's why I want to get the car. And I think it'd be fun to have ludicrous mode. What if I'm on a highway and
you don't need it,
and we missed the exit and I gotta?
That sounds like a
And I got to get to the next exit really fast to get back around so we don't get, too far off. Ludicrous mode.
You don't care.
What if I'm getting chased by the police? Really? What would you do? You could get pulled over? No, you gotta run. So I definitely think that I would get that. I think I'm like two batteries. I don't know, long range. Listen, all I know is I want to get the car, and I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna get the car. I'm gonna get that car, and I'm gonna get the Camaro. I want the all white 20. I don't know what year though. I want the 2010, but I want the all white Chevy Camaro. That's what I want. So, and then I guess the last thing for this week update, I would say Melissa been. Oh, that is very true. Melissa been waking up earlier. Listen, obviously Melissa been trying to get the hash sling and slasher. She been trying to get that because she been waking up real early lately, and I be looking in the bed. I be open my eyes. I be like, she's awake doing work. That's crazy. So we're gonna see how long it lasts. It's been like 3 days. She be up. So listen, if Melissa wakes up earlier, we can do more as a team, as a unit, as a family, as a couple. Okay, as a relationship, we can do more. She gets up earlier. She does whatever she got to do. We have more time. Like today, the podcast is getting shot at 11:30. This never happens. This never ever happens. Normally, I'll wake up at like 7, 8. Melissa wake up at like 11, and then boom, podcast gets shot at 5:30. So it'd be happening. It's just crazy. But now we shooting at 11. Now we have things. We can do more things today. I might even mess around and edit the podcast today. You know what that means? It'll go out early tomorrow, Wednesday. You know what that means? The video will be done before Friday. You know what that means? I can do more work. That's what I'm saying.
Or are you gonna play Call of Duty?
That's hard. That's work. Okay, I'm trying to get my camos. I want to get more camos for my gun, so I got to work on that. But the last update outside of that is the house in Philadelphia. So I wasn't sure if I was going to say this here or if I was going to say this on the video that we're going to do, but I'm probably going to say it here because we're here. The contractor told me yesterday that they're probably going to need an additional $20,000. And one thing I think is very crazy to me, right, is how large sums of money are spoken about so freely once you use more money. Because there's no way I've ever had anybody just casually tell me like, yeah, you're gonna need to pay the extra $20,000, and I was like, all right. Like, that's never happened to me. And then I didn't say that because I can afford it. I said, all right, because I'm like, what I'm going to do? Like, okay, I hear you. It's going to be $20K more. Got you. But we don't have $20K. So we got to figure it out. Now, the reason why, I don't know why my nose is acting like there's hair in it. The reason why he said he needs extra $20K is because the house currently has or needs new electrical throughout the whole house. Okay? Not only that, wow, I did not listen to last week's episode. This morning. Crazy. So there's that. And then they also is going to probably need new plumbing throughout the whole building or the whole apartment. So that's going to be, he said, about $20K. And I'm trying to figure out like how we going to do this because I don't have $20K. Melissa doesn't have $20K. We're hoping AJ come through with some money for $20K because, as you know, the PPP loan, they dubbed me, which I've been noticing might be a blessing from God. Obviously, if I would have gotten the money, I'd be in jail. So I'm not in jail. I don't have the money, but I'm not in jail. So what can I really say? And I'm thinking that maybe the house won't be able to look as nice on the back end because we're putting the money in up front. Maybe that'll make it better. I don't know, but $20K extra, because I know I hope he don't think he gonna get $20K and then also be able to buy and make the house look super nice. I hope that's not what I hope that, because we don't have that kind of money. So bro, I don't know. We gotta see him this week actually, and I called the lender about it, but either way, that's another conversation. But he needs $20K, and he actually has a demolition. I put the pictures up on here of the house currently because we finally got to the demo part of the house. Like, the house is nothing inside of it. It's just studs. Like, we have a house right now that we see on Zillow. We're like, oh, that's to the studs. That's what we have right now. We have one of those. So listen, this is a very interesting process that we're going through. It's very interesting. obviously had a house, or flipped a house or anything like this. So we're just going through step by step. But that's pretty much all it is for last week's update. I don't really know why this hair in my nose is bothering me. I think I gotta cut something. Pass me the
Last time you cut something.
Not in my nose. Not in my nose. On my beard. Can you get the thing?
The mirror?
Yeah.
Man, I remember that. Remember you talking about something. I have to cut my nose here.
Bruh. Fucked up. I've still fucked up from that. Still.
I think that's where it all started.
It did. From that day, and ever since then, I never recovered. I think I let an infection get in my nose, and it fucked me up. Okay, so the first thing I kind of wanted to address or talk about is a conversation Melissa and I were having yesterday, right? About why the majority of men ain't shit, right? In terms of, hear me out. In terms of the perception of them, right? It's been brought to my attention that women do not like to talk about their man with other men, with other women, right? And when they do talk about their man, it's usually only the negative side of it. It's never the positive side of it. They don't want no other woman to know that their man is a good man, right? So I was thinking about this and I'm like, what does that look like on a macro level? On a grand scale, what would it look like if women were trying to portray their man as being ain't shit because they don't want nobody else to have their man? Now, I was like, girls who have men who they love very much will retweet things about men. Girls will not talk about how great their man is on Twitter. They don't talk about how great the sex is. They'll talk about how great he is, how amazing he is. They don't like to do those kind of things, right? Do they? I don't know. I feel like they don't. They hide in pictures of people's faces. Maybe when y'all get married in a relationship, when do women decide that it's okay to talk about their man publicly? As a woman, Melissa, what would you say? When is it okay for you to finally tell the world how the hash slinger slasher be putting it down? When is it okay to be like, all right, the slash slinging slasher ding-a-ling grippers is out here? When is the time? When is the time that you can say that? When is the time that you can put that out there?
But never.
Never. Okay. So when can you talk positively about your man on a
probably when he's not taking you for an idiot.
So never? Because like I said, I really think that it's in women's DNA to try and keep the man, right? I think they want the man to be there, and they're gonna try and ward off any type of attacks on their relationship. Any woman that looks at their man, they don't like that. They don't want to give no other women, whether it be their friends. What about family members? Can you tell your family about the guy you're talking to if he's good at stuff? Like if he's an amazing man? You don't know. You don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you're asking me personally?
Yes, Melissa. I'm asking my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell your family. Okay. So, Melissa said you can tell your family if your man is dropping the hash slinger slasher on you every night.
I didn't say that.
That's what you just said.
I don't know what you're asking me. I thought you said if he's a good man.
No. Oh. If you could tell him how great of a man he is.
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so they won't steal your man.
I never said that. But, like, I can't... From you asked me personally. I said, me personally, I can talk to my family about you. I don't know how other people may feel about their families.
Yeah, I really think that the reason why the image of guys being ain't shit, again, this is social media, by the way, is because women will be laid up with their man they love very much, and we talk about how men ain't shit, knowing that they have the man that's amazing, and they don't want to brag about it. Girls need to brag.
I don't think that's true. I think a lot of y'all ain't shit.
Nah.
Okay, so how many great men do you know?
You always ask me. Stop asking me that question.
Because you don't know.
Stop asking me that question. Stop asking me the question, Melissa.
How many females do you know that are in relationships with great men that deserve to be talked about in the way that you're talking about?
Sierra.
Huh?
Sierra.
No, that you know personally.
I know Russell Wilson.
Huh?
Russell Wilson is an amazing man.
until you find out that he's cheating with his maid.
Well, here's the thing. Is cheating make you not an amazing man, Melissa? Is that what you're trying to say?
Listen,
Kevin Samuels says. Kevin Samuels has said.
Who do you know personally that you would say is a great man for a woman to date?
Dante Nero.
You know Dante Nero personally, Donovan?
Listened to his podcast before, a couple times. What do you consider a great man? That's a real question.
What do you consider?
No. As a woman,
you should know. What do you think that you're a great man?
of course, I'm amazing. I'm phenomenal.
Okay, what do you think makes you a great man?
That's the wrong question. What do you think makes a great man, Melissa?
What you mean? That's the wrong question.
Wrong question.
What do you think makes you a great man?
I was born amazing, but what do you think makes a guy a great man? Because you're a woman and you choose. My stomach is off, like it's cramping up, I think. Wait, what do you say makes a man a great man?
I'm asking you a question.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying, right? But I don't think my answer will solve the dilemma that we have, because I know what I think makes me great, but I'm not dating myself. I'm not dating other men. So I have my idea what I think a great man is, which is probably right. However, I want to know what, as a woman, you view as being a great man.
Okay, fine. You're going to answer afterwards, right?
Sure.
Okay. So, I think that being a great...
You want to come over here and sit down?
No! Nah.
I can put a black box over you.
Donovan. They don't need to see me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a great man... has a plan that they are trying to work towards.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they are self-aware. And are trying to
Bless you.
Don't be sniffling.
I sniffle first.
Self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they are able to lead starting with themselves.
Lead? What does that mean?
Whether that's like, I think that there are qualities that make a great leader that would also make a great like man. So like being not empathetic. It is a form of empathy. I don't remember which one, but being empathetic, being able to assess situations and problem solve, and to be trustworthy. I think those are things that make great leaders. Being able to communicate, being able to understand their own emotions and what's going on with the people around them. So I think being a great leader in turn would be a great man.
Okay. What about a big dick and money?
Damn it!
Do those things make you a great man? Do you have to have those things? Can I be a great man with all those things you said, and a little dick and no money?
Well, those are both subjective things.
Really? 1 inch dick is subjective? 1 inch dick is subjective? And $0 sounds pretty objective to me.
That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
The genitalia thing is definitely subjective.
Really?
Yeah.
So 1 inch dick is big somewhere.
Donovan, someone might be okay with that, but you would have to compensate.
But it's still little. It's not like they're okay with it.
You would have to compensate for something else.
I am a good leader.
No. Whatever you're lacking in, you're gonna have to figure out, and that's why I said self-aware. If you feel like you're lacking in this situation, or women aren't really feeling this part, you're gonna have to figure out something else that they're going to be more attracted to, or they are willing to compromise on.
Compromise.
Yeah, compromise. Figure out what they like. What do they like a lot? Okay, you do that instead. Or figure out how to, I don't know, maybe you won't be able to use your actual genitalia for that part. You might have to do something else. You're just gonna have to figure it out. That's
okay.
The parts that was dealt to you, you're gonna have to figure it out.
Okay.
And with the money, I feel like money comes in waves. So having $0 doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's more so the reason why you have $0. Is it because you don't work? You never tried to get a job? Is it because you are volunteering and feel like money is the root of all evil and you're protesting against the establishment?
It's crazy.
Is it because you are in the process of paying for school and that is why you don't have funds? So having no money shouldn't be a deterrent. It's what is the reason why? Do you decide not to do things that'll make you money, or are you in the midst of doing those things that'll make you money in the future?
Okay. I feel like those are very strong answers. I feel like I definitely would agree that a lot of those are very strong. Okay. So, Melissa talked about a lot of non-tangible ways of being a man, right? And you need all of those, I would say. I definitely would say that everything she said you would need as a man for sure to be a great man, right? Now, my sister was here last week and we were having a conversation because I have some pet peeves when it comes to men, right? I have some little pet peeves, all right? I'm gonna name some of my pet peeves, okay? One of my pet peeves of any man is not having a wallet. Okay, that's number one. It's on the list. Okay. The second thing, pet peeve I have of men is not having a driver's license. Okay. There's two things you should have. You should have an ID, which could be a driver's license, and a wallet. What's the other one? There's something else on that list too. I think you should have a passport. You should have a passport after a certain age, but you should also have a passport. You should have a driver's license. Listen, write these things down. Check these off your list. You, as a man, you should have these things. Now, here's why I say this, right? Because I was giving analogies and hypotheticals to my sisters, giving them examples of how this would look, right? I can't qualify a guy as a man if he pulls up to Rite Aid and has to pull out 6 cards out his pocket in his bare hands with cash, a nail clipper, and Vaseline in his hand, and he's trying to find which card to use to buy deodorant. That's not a man, because a man, I want to say, is organized. He knows what he wants to do. He has a plan, right? You don't have a plan for yourself if you don't have a wallet. Every man should have a wallet. I lost my wallet. Oh my God. You know how embarrassed I feel going every time I go to the teller, I pull out all my debit cards. I be looking at the guy in the face or the woman in the face, and I'm just like, fam, I know I look like I lost my life and they said all I got left, but I'm waiting for my wallet to come in the mail. All right, it's a struggle. I really believe all men should have a wallet, not just have your card in the side of your bag or just have you in your back pocket. Oh, well, I only have 2 cards. Well, then get a wallet for your 2 cards. And honestly, when you get a wallet, you end up having more cards. You end up having, that's what it was, a bank account. You should have a bank account as a man, as an adult. We're talking about men right now. You should have a bank account. Why don't you have a bank account? Why is a woman talking to a man with no bank account? You need to ask yourself that question too. These are things that men need to have in this day and age. In 1912 or in 1842, you don't really need that. Okay, but you probably needed maybe a horse or some shit. I don't know what they needed back in the day. All I know is now these are the things that you should have as a young woman, older woman. You talking to your man, just be like, hey, babe, can you get a wallet? Cause this is okay. Here's why I say these things, right? Because people think that it's about the tangible items, like, oh, I have an ID, or oh, I have a wallet, or oh, I have a passport. No, it's about the non-tangible qualities that a person will have that will then lead them down the path of getting these tangible items. What kind of man buys a wallet? Think about it. A man has to think to himself, I have cards that I don't want to lose. I have money that I don't want to lose. Let me get a wallet. I want to be able to show my wallet as soon as somebody asks for it. I have a debit card. I want to be organized. I want to be able to just take it out and pay for something. That's what I want to be able to do. That kind of man does that. You know who has a passport? And this is personally, I feel like it's cheating for people who are not from here, but people that are. Here's why. You only will get a passport if you are thinking about traveling somewhere, right? Now, you may not even know you need a passport, but if you're sitting down and you go, you know what? I want to go to Africa. Let's tell you something. I want to go to Africa, right? You would have to do the things that you have to look up the things you need to know on how to get to Africa. One of those things is getting a passport. You're going to have to get a passport. Now, you don't just get a passport. You don't just go, hey, I want a passport. You get one. No, you have to have a ID. Honestly, I think you need multiple forms of ID. You need to pay for your passport. Now, I don't know. I'm like 99% sure you cannot pay for your passport in cash. I'm like 99% sure. So you got two options. You either have to do it online from your bank account, or you might be able to write a check. You probably gotta write a check. I don't think you can pay in cash. Can you Google that?
Can you pay in cash?
Can you pay? Yeah, can you buy a passport in cash? Either way, this is what I be saying. As a man needs to have all of these things. It don't make, because now, like I said, you're going down the line as a man. You're like, okay, I want to go to Africa. I need a passport. The passport says you got to go Google it. How do I get to Africa? What do I need? This is the kind of responsible man that does these things. Now, for the men who do these things, you're probably looking at me like, bro, that's common sense. You would think so. You would think it is, but it's not. A lot of people think that it's okay to go through life without these things. You know why? Because they're surviving, which is fine. But you want to elevate to a new part of your life. These are the things you have to do.
Exact change only.
So you got to give them what, $100.36? Like
exact change, whatever they want, exact change
in cash. And where do you give it to them?
At the passport places.
So see, now you got to find a passport place. Now you got to schedule to go to the passport place, and then you got to go and pay. She said you got to pay an exact change. The whole thing is there's a certain kind of structure that comes with living in society. There's certain kind of things that you will have to go and get. You have to wait on the line. You have to apply. You have to read up on certain things. These are the non-tangible qualities that men have, that they should have. And they should be going to try and do certain things. They're trying to grow in their life. For me, I never understood why men don't have driver's license. Honestly, in my opinion, by the time you graduate college, you have a driver's license as a man, for sure. Me personally, I was offended. I was disappointed in myself that when I was 15, people were driving cars before me, and I'm like, bruh, that's crazy. Because at that point in your life, that's the ceiling. That's what you're trying to get to. That's the next milestone in your life. Is okay, I want to be able to get a job. I have to do the paperwork to get a job. I want to be able to drive a car. I have the paperwork to drive a car. I want to be able to go to college. I want to be able to do these things. I have to fill out the paperwork for these things. And then you leave college, you go, I want to get a career, I want to get a house, whatever the case might be, I want to buy a car, whatever the case might be. However, you still need to sit down and plan out what you want to do. As Melissa said, have a plan. Then you stick to your plan, you follow it. A guy that does these kind of things, what? Makes women wet. Oh my God, women get wet easily. You tell a woman your plan. Listen, I'm gonna do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Honestly, here's the thing, right? A lot of men figure this out. This is why a lot of women get tricked by this, right? A lot of men have figured out, if I tell a woman my plan, she give me some pussy, right? And it's very true. A lot of women will give pussy up for a plan. Okay? Men have realized this and decided, as long as I talk about my plan, I don't gotta do it. If I just keep saying I'm gonna do it, she gonna be like, oh, okay. And she gonna ride with you until, honestly, I don't know, another man come along, to be honest with you. I feel like girls be riding with men that don't got plans for a long time. And these are the signs. You gotta give him a time period. Say, listen, sir, what do you plan to do? What do you plan to do? Not even a time period. I don't want to say that. You need to just be able to see that they're working towards whatever their goal is, because things happen. You can't always put in a time frame like, okay, I'm going to do this by this time. But the only reason why you shouldn't reach that goal by that time period is by things you cannot control. Not because you weren't working towards it, but because, hey, I tried to buy a car, went through a pandemic, can't buy cars right now. You just can't go outside and buy a car, so I can't get a car. We're not getting one. So things like that you can't control. I want to buy a car in January, gotta wait till March or December, whatever the case might be. But at least you know, up to that point, your man was looking for cars. Now, what age would you say that a guy should have his birth certificate and his
What do you mean?
On his person, have control over in Social Security.
At 23.
At 23, a guy though, a guy.
A guy. I mean, I don't know what y'all doing with it before then, so I'll say around 22, 23.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I would say when you graduate college for sure. I would definitely say by the time you graduate college, you should have possession of your birth certificate and your social security number. Yeah, these are, like I said, these are things that I just don't think younger kids think about. Listen, I'm an old head now. I'm 27. I'm old. Oh my God, I'm 27. Oh my God, I'm so old. This is crazy. I'm getting so old. This is insane. This is insane to me. Like, I can't believe I'm 27. But regardless of my midlife crisis I'm having, I'm not gonna talk about that. I really like, at one point I'm gonna have a seminar for this type of thing, maybe, where I would just kind of have guys, just more like younger kids. It wouldn't be a seminar. It'll be a part of my my community program that I have, where I try to get young men to be like, hey, these are the basic necessities you should have as a grown man. I will give a 7-year-old a wallet. Here's a wallet. Because for me, I don't know why other people didn't want to have wallets. I used to have the fake credit cards that come in the mail, the plastic ones that you can't use. Put them in I'll have a fake wallet, put them in there, walk around with that. I would find business cards, put them in there. I just wanted to have a wallet because for whatever reason in my eyes, that seemed like what adults would do. It seemed like a mature person. The cool guy, in my opinion, always has a wallet. Like, oh bro, you need some money? Hold on, let me get you. You pull out your thing, you go a little here's some money, bro. Here's a car, do something, go buy something nice, right? I just feel like that constitutes being a man, personally. What happened? I feel like you're making a face. You're looking up into the sky like this.
I was looking at the thing.
Oh. So, yeah, this is very relationship oriented, because this is, I've been kind of want to touch on this for a couple weeks now, and I have a very strong love-hate relationship with the opposite sex. Okay, here's why. I have realized that women, as beautiful and amazing, as phenomenal as they are, they want to destroy you. That's all they want to do. Their main purpose in life is to conquer you as a man, right? Now, some people may say, oh, this is beneficial, while others may say this is detrimental. Okay? Now, I see both sides. I understand both sides of this. It's very stressful when you have a woman whose sole purpose in life is to find the strongest man and conquer him. Okay? It's very stressful because she will view you as the world's strongest, as the man she wants to conquer, and every day she wakes up, she will look at you and go, how can I stress him out today so he can overcome that stress and become a stronger person, right? That's what they tell themselves. They tell themselves that. They go, listen, I stress you out so you could deal with the stresses of the world. That's what they tell themselves, right? And it's in their DNA. It's in there. For whatever strange reason, they feel like, well, if I make him stronger for the world, he'll protect everybody in his house, which is fine if he don't kill himself first. I feel like a lot of times, much as I love women and my woman very much, their main purpose, as I said, is to conquer the strongest man. Now,
this is over exaggerated.
Now,
you're being so dramatic.
Now, here's the thing, right? She's saying I'm being dramatic, right? But if you think about this, right? I believe women's value in their mind comes from the kind of men that they get. Now, the kind of men that they get in their eyes is them conquering that man. They go, oh, I finally got the man I want to marry me, to give me everything he got. Honestly, they want to rob you. Honestly, women want to rob men. That's what happened. That's really going on. What?
How?
They want to get with them and take all their money.
Oh, that's what I'm here for?
Yes.
All your money?
And my resources.
And your resources.
And my emotional well-being.
Okay.
Women want to just steal it away.
Alright.
That's what y'all want to do.
Very dramatic.
That's what y'all want to do. Okay? Just stress men out all the time. And then they sit there, like Melissa right now, act like nothing. What are you talking about? What you mean? What? Because they're good at this. Women are very good at this, right? I've noticed this when I was a kid. I never understood this. It's a very weird thing, right? So One thing that women don't really do, if you ask them, they really don't really do it that well because they don't know. They don't really tell you how to get other women. Okay? It's all a part of the plan. They always tell you the things that get you fucked up. Women work in tandem together to get men fucked up. Now, let me break it down for you, right? When I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, right? I had a lot of female friends. You know, we talk. And they would tell me the kind of guy that they want. They always tell me, I want this kind of guy. Donovan, girls like this kind of guy. You know, okay, talking to my mom, guy. Donovan, girls like this kind of guy. Bring them flowers, you know. Write them notes, love letters and stuff like that, you know. Open a door for them. All that stuff, right? And then you do all those things, you get called a bitch, right? Now you a bitch for doing all these things. Now, how is it that all the things that women told you to do, you did? You listen to them, 100%. Women said to do this, and then she did all of that, and now somehow,
who called you a bitch?
You a bitch.
Nobody called you that.
When I was a kid, I got called a bitch by a girl. And what happened, like I said, is because I was taking advice from women on how to deal and get women. But women, which I've learned, do not give up the secrets of how to get them. They won't tell you.
What?
They don't.
I don't know.
They don't. Let me ask you right now, Melissa. What would you tell Jermaine to do to get a girl? Huh? Let me hear this. Jermaine sees a girl that he likes. What would you tell him?
I would tell him to go up to her and talk to her. Say, maybe, dang. Probably wouldn't tell him a compliment.
See, already going the wrong path. See, tell her she's beautiful. Tell her she's pretty.
I probably would not tell him to do that.
But your brain said tell her that though. Your brain said go up to her and say, "Oh my God, I like you. You're so." But I'm listening. See, it's in. I'm telling you, it's bred inside the woman to get you set up. She would go to a girl, say that, she'd be like, okay, thank you.
No. You gotta.
Let me hear this.
You gotta. You gotta act like she don't exist.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. And that is not what women tell you to do. That is what works.
But that's the thing, because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, ooh, I would like it if a guy, told me that I look nice or something like that. But I'm like, ooh, I probably wouldn't like that. Like, when I actually thought about it, like, I might think that
he's a bitch.
I wouldn't say that.
Pussy.
No.
Punk ass. Soft.
No.
Ice cream cone.
Donovan.
Strawberry shortcake. Listen, man. I'm telling you, you don't let women give you advice. I will never forget. I let my mom tell me how to get one of my exes back. I'll never forget this. She told me, she said, listen, Donovan, if you want her back, tell her how you feel. And I said, are you sure? She said, yes, Donovan, tell her how you feel. I said, are you sure? She was like, yes. I said, okay, I'm gonna tell her how I feel, right? So I wrote it out, right? Wrote it on Instagram, on Facebook, right? And she didn't read my message. No, did I write on my face? I think I wrote it on Instagram, on Facebook first, and she didn't read it. So my mom said, you know what would be even better, Donovan? You know what she would feel even more? You know what she would respond to and empathize with more? If you hand wrote it. I said, hand write it. I said, okay, mom, let him take your advice. So I wrote to my ex an 11-page handwritten letter. 11 pages. 11. Think about that. Think about a paper. I'm talking about loosely from top to bottom. 11 pages of my heart. And on this paper, I wrote. And I put it in an envelope. Okay? And I stamped it. And I sent it out. Because I knew this was what my mom told me to do. It was going to work. And this is how women respond to in all the movies. They say, when they, in real life, the women tell you, if you want a woman, do these things. So I said, okay, I'm going to do it. What you think happened, huh? What you think happened? You think she called me a bitch? No, she didn't even call me a bitch. She just didn't respond. No, I'm lying. You know what? I'm going to tell you what happened. I got a return to sender, first of all. So I said, you know what? Maybe I had the wrong address. It's possible. So I said, you know what, Donovan? Be resourceful, right? Pretty sure I consulted my mom, my sister about this. Pretty sure I got the same answer from both of them as well. I said, do you think I should send it to her, like, on Facebook? And they were like, yeah. I said, okay. So then, you know what I did? I took a picture of every single page. 11 pages of handwritten, heartfelt love in this letter. And I sent it to her on Facebook. You know what she did? She left it on red. Never responded ever again, right? And I'm just like, you know what? You know what it is? I know what it is. I know what I need to do. I consulted with my family again. My sister, my mom, right? And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show her I really care. I'm going to show her I care. I'm going to show her how much I care. So I'm going to do is I'm going to send her a video every single day for a year telling her how much I love her and how much we should be together. I'm gonna show her that I care. I want her to see how much I really care. Okay, I want her to know I'm different than all these other men out here who don't care about you. The men that's gonna just act like you don't exist. That's gonna ignore you, treat you like shit. Not Donovan. Donovan can show you he loves you. Okay, that's what he's gonna do. So, jeez. Every day, I sent her a video. I would ride around in the city to our favorite spots. I go, remember we used to be here? You remember we used to be here? Remember that time when we insert memory here and now go to some other spot? Remember we used to do this, right? And I sent this to my friend, right? And oh my God, he flamed me. He told me, first of all, he said he watched 3 seconds of it and it was so pitiful. He could watch the whole thing. He said, bro, I'm not watching this whole thing, fam. He said, I heard your voice crackling and your eyes look like you're about to start tearing. What's going on with you? Your face about to, bro, I'm not watching this. I can't see you like this. And I'm like, but it's love, bro. You don't understand what love is like, man. This is what it feels like, right? So that lasted about 6 days of me sending that, her not responding. Okay. And I said, you know what? Fuck this bitch. I said, you know what? Obviously, she don't care about me. And obviously, what my mom told me to do don't work. All these things is lies. All women do to you is set you up to get shot down by other women. Now, if I'd asked a guy what to do, you know what he told me? He said, fuck that bitch, bro. Fuck it. Leave her alone. Who cares? You'll be all right. Because honestly, that's how I got most of the girls in that time period. I just got a relationship with a girl I was in college with, cheated, right? And I'm like, you know what? Fuck bitches, get money. That was my mindset. Fuck all the bitches. I don't care about no girls. All I want to do is fuck, and that's it. What? You want to call me every day? No. We're not doing that. You gonna call me every 2 days because I don't gotta talk to you every day. What we gonna talk about? Nothing. Don't call me every day. You could text me sometime. Do not call me every day. You know, I was on that, right? And girls used to love that shit. Oh my God, he told me don't call him every day. Oh my God, this is so great. Oh my God, what kind of man is this? I want to be with him, right? And then I got caught up by listening to women and deciding that I'm gonna show my love. That's what happened. I'm telling you, never take women's advice on how to get other women. If anything, whatever a woman tells you to do how to get a woman, do the complete opposite. Do the exact if she tells you to go to a girl and compliment her, insult her first. Go to her and be like, damn, you really not that pretty. She gonna be like, what are you talking about? Start off with that. If you start off with, oh, you're so pretty, she heard that 1,000 times. On the way to the deli, she heard that 6 times already. You think you're different? No. But how many guys told she was ugly?
Donovan, stop it. He gonna get the messed up.
Think about it. Let that sink in. All I'm saying is, don't take advice from women on how to get other women. That's all I'm saying. That's the moral of the story. Because, like I said, women's overall goal in life, their life mission is to conquer the man that wants to conquer the world. That's their mission. Men want to conquer the world, or maybe a city. Well, I guess I would say the world. I think every man in his hardest of hearts wants to be free and not have to worry about the power structure over him. He wants to be able to control everything. Now, a woman's like, no, I'm fine. I don't want to control everything. I just want to control him. I want to control the one. He controls everything. I want him. I want to control the guy that controls everything. If I control him, I control everything. That's what I want. That's how women view. And listen, it's a part of the game. It's fine. And if you can't get the guy that controls everything, then you want to get the guy that controls Target. the guy that's at the manager at Target, you want to get him. He has all the power over the schedules. Who comes into work, who don't come into work, who gets a white slip and a pink slip. Girls want that one. That's the one I want to be with. So, like I said, I just think that I was trying to figure out how women, like, what makes a woman valuable? Like, what do women want? Like, what is their desire? Right? They obviously want to have kids first, I think. Yeah, for sure. No, they want the man first. They want to have kids with the man that conquers the world. That's what they want to do. Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have kids with an ain't shit dude, or kids with a dude that is amazing?
You really need me to answer.
Hold on, let me think about that question again. Oh, okay. Would you rather have kids with a dude that ain't shit, right? Be live together, or dude that's amazing, you never see him, deadbeat dad?
Amazing.
You want the Jeff Bezos of the world, Bill Gates?
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. Listen, you heard it here first. I'm being part of the podcast. Women want the man. Women want to conquer the man that wants to conquer the world. Remember that. For all the people out here listening. And then the last thing I kind of want to touch on is, I think that I'm going on this. It's some money talk for guys, for people out there in general. I believe. I kind of got two. Might go on. I don't know. I kind of got one or two. Which one should I go with? I feel like one of the two topics I had were debt producing income or diet. Which one would you prefer? Which one would you rather hear? What do you think is more interesting?
Debt producing income.
Really? I thought it was gonna be diets. So, a woman said to do. Which one you said to do? Debt. So I should probably do. Well, it's not pertaining to other women. So if I was trying to bag other women, I would do the other one. But since I'm not, I'm gonna do the one that you suggested, because I love you and you looking real right on that couch where you sitting with your legs up on the side with your nails all done up and your skin looking all.
Places to go.
Oh, I got somewhere to be, and it ain't on this podcast. That's for sure.
Something wrong with your eye? I think you got a hair in your eye.
Oh, I'm about to have a hair somewhere. It ain't gonna be in my eye.
Stop.
So the last thing I want to kind of touch on today was debt producing incomes. I feel like people are out here not trying to get into debt. And I think that's so crazy, because I don't think people understand how debt really works. If you are getting into debt for something that's going to make you money, that is the best kind of debt to have. This is why you have better rates on properties or things that are going to produce money for you on loans. The worst kind of credit or debt you're going to get, will be a credit card, because they know for the most part you are going to only spend that money to not make money. Okay, so what I want to get across to people is, if you have any kind of debt that you have, credit card, you borrow money from a friend, if you have a mortgage, you have a school loan, you have any debt that you have, you should be using that to make money. That is what you need to do. You need to get debt to make money. You want to get a car, you want to take a loan out for your car. That car better bring in some money. I'm telling you, people don't understand how this game is played. This is a financial game. Okay, now one thing I think is very interesting that I've talked about on the podcast very briefly is how people who work in the industry of finances describe finances. If you go to a bank, they call all of their things products. Those are financial products. You don't think of a bank account as a financial product. You don't consider a check in the book as a financial product. These are things that they have. They go, okay, if somebody has a checkbook, they're probably going to spend X amount of dollars a year. If somebody has a bank account, we could probably make $10 a year off of them. We can make this much money off of them. Every time you buy or use anything from the bank, they are not helping you. Ever. They are helping themselves. If they were only helping you, there would be no bank. There'd be no business. They'd be out of business. All of the financial products they have are to make money off of you. So stop thinking that you are doing right by having these things. Bank accounts, again, you have to be using them the correct way. That's it. That's the only reason why you should have these things. You have to understand what the purpose of them is. Another thing I think is funny, I always say this too, I don't trust salespeople. If your position is a salesperson, I'm always like, I don't know. What they don't really tell you is that when you go to these banks and you go and you sit down in a little booth, those are salespeople. That all of that whole thing is constructed for you to get a product, whether it be a debit card, a credit card, a loan for a house, a loan for a car, a checking account, a savings account, a second savings account for your school. They are always trying to get you into that ecosystem of the bank so that you can spend more money with them. You got to pay fees every month. You're going to get a credit card, percentages every month. You have money in the bank account with them. They take your money. Listen, everybody hears this all the time, right? You put money in the bank. Everybody tells you this. Your money does not sit in the bank. The bank goes, oh shit, okay, we have $1,000 in our account from Donivan. We're gonna take $1,000, which is honestly, is that debt? Mm-hmm. It technically is. It definitely is. It's definitely debt in my opinion. I feel like that's debt. It definitely is 100% debt. It's definitely debt. This is what I'm saying. You have to have debt producing income. The reason why I say it's debt is because when you take your $1,000 and you put it in a bank, you think you're saving it. No, you are loaning your $1,000 to the bank, and then they decide, okay, we're going to go and invest it, and then they have to pay that money back. Whenever you go to your account and go, I need my money back, they go, okay, we got you, we'll pay you back. But they already done made a couple $1,000s off of your $100. They done already invested it into real estate, which you should have been doing. They said, okay, we are going to take this debt that we got from you, that we borrowed from Donovan's account, and we're gonna make money off of it. You know what you're doing with your debt? You bought a fucking pizza. You went out and you bought a phone. You went out and you bought some shit that's not gonna make you money. You bought a bunch of things, food from the store. You bought a bunch of things that make you no money. Because here's the thing people don't think about debt, right? I watched a great video on this. Debt is a non-tangible, non-physical thing. So because it's not something you can hold, people don't take into account how it works. Debt is the loss of spending power. Okay, if I borrow $100 from Melissa today, right? Let's say I get paid $100 every week. Let's say that's what I do, right? I borrow $100 today from her, and I go out and I buy, I don't know, a Pepsi for $100, right? Big ass Pepsi bottle. I am going to now owe Melissa $100. So what that means is I can no longer spend that $100 that I would have had now in the future. So if I get paid $100 every week, at some point I have to take $100 out of my account and give it to Melissa, or take $25 out of my account and give it to Melissa, or take 10, whatever the amount is. I have to spend less money later. Now, that's okay if you don't accrue any more debt. But now you got debt from Melissa. You got debt from your Discover loan from your school. You got a credit card debt. You got house debt. You got a lot of debt just piling up, and you are making no money off all this debt. You know what that means? All the money that you would have had in the future to spend, you don't have. You know why? Because it's owed to other people. That's how debt works. But people think of it as like this imaginary thing. Oh, somebody some money. Okay, I'll pay them money. I'll pay them when I have it. It's like, no. If you are going to borrow money, make sure that you are using that money to spend and make you money somewhere else. Even if it's $1, $2, $3, you now made money off money that was given you by somebody else, and you paid them back, and you have $1 extra. I'm telling y'all, listen, in the intro I said, I'm gonna become a billionaire. On the way there, I'm gonna become a millionaire. On that journey, I am going to help 1,000 people become millionaires. I've said it. It's going to happen. Okay, I'm guaranteeing that. 100%. You heard it here first. Again, guaranteed. Man, probably guarantee. I'm going to do that. Now, I'm giving you the tidbits along the way of the things that I'm doing to get to that point. 6 months ago, 5 months ago, Melissa and I, we bought a house in 5 months. We know about real estate. We say, okay, we learn about real estate. We started practicing, and then boom, we had a house in 5 months. Listen, I'm gonna need you to put that somewhere else. All of that, put that somewhere else. Put that in there. You need a comforter for that? All right, keep looking at me like that. Keep looking at me like that. Grab your eyebrow like that. Okay, keep looking. Okay.
5 months.
All right. Okay. Listen, yeah, 5 months. So, all I'm saying is, last year we were talking about getting an apartment, buying a rental property, right? And we figured out how to do it by following the things that I'm saying here every day on the podcast. I say these things all the time. For some, it's entertainment. I would hope that some people listen and go, hey, I'm gonna try that. Let me see how it changes my life. Try it. See if it works. See if anything changes. But that is, I'm wrapping it up today. I feel like, we had a pretty decent episode today. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, before I check out YouTube subscriber update, let's see where we at right now. We are currently at 718 subscribers. Okay. Oh wow, 20. Yo, shout out to Emilio, my guy. He said, once I get wealthy, I want to make a movie about your story. It's inspirational. Keep pushing, man. Listen, bro, I appreciate that. That is listen, that's what I want. I would love to make a story. Maybe we could collab. If you into like film and stuff, we can make a movie. That'd be fire. I would love to have a video on Netflix. So shout out to my guy Emilio. But if you haven't already, you can go check out social medias. Mine is DonivanGray, DonivanGray, and my beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend is AnetaBurn, AnetaBurn. Okay, we have 6 CS different projects on this channel. Okay, we have the food project, we have the clothing project, we have the fitness project, we have the sports project, and we have the Bamboo Project podcast, which you're listening to right now. You know what it is. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2021. We going up all year. You know the vibes. And with that being said, Bamboo Project out.